Happy lunch hour, gang. Okay, Tuesday afternoon. It's still cold. It's supposed to be warmer tomorrow, but so be it. Interesting piece of information came out as we get into the colder months of the year and people's heating bills and fuel bills and electricity bills, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, go up, right? It's kind of interesting seeing what was coming out of Congress this morning as the two sides are finger pointing at each other again, going, why is the cost of electricity so high? Right? Go figure. And I don't care how you slice it, we all need to use electricity for some reason. Unless you want to live in a cave with candles, which God knows we could be getting closer to. We need electricity for pretty much everything we do. Keeping our food cold, keeping the lights on, keeping warm, doing whatever. And you see this story come out where the Republicans are blaming the Democrats and their climate cult beliefs, and the Democrats are blaming the Republicans because of all the AI data centers. You know what? It's both, okay? We have the stupidity of all this climate change bullshit. I mean, again, I will say, you got to pay a carbon tax. Who are you paying the carbon tax to? Oh, well, Michelle Obama needs a new potato sack, and, Gavin Newsom needs another bottle of wine. So Nancy Pelosi needs to buy some more stock, right? That's how that goes. Carbon tax is stupid because it's not like it's doing anything. But, we've got to do all this green energy stuff, right? California, I think it's 57% of their electricity from green energy, wind power and all this sort of stuff, right? And California has the highest electric rates in the country. Wonder how that's working out for them. Okay. And then, of course, the Democrats are blaming the GOP, saying, well, it's all these AI data centers. Okay, now, somebody explain to me how it's the Republicans' fault that the world is going toward artificial intelligence. I have no idea, but then again, I've never been able to figure out the logic of a Democrat, probably because they don't figure out the logic. So, it goes that way. But you look at this and you go, okay, in the last 3 years, nationwide, electricity costs have gone up 18%. I mean, it sounds like Bidenflation again. A lot of it is, okay? I mean, think about it, last 3 years, 2.25 of them were Potato Joe's tenure. Okay, if the prices are up 18%, then somebody explain to me why the people on the East Coast and the Northeast, go anywhere from Maryland, Connecticut, Delaware, D.C., that whole area, or California, have seen rate increases of 29%. Okay. Versus then you look at some of the other states who don't participate in all these follies, okay? Michigan, North Dakota, Arkansas, South Dakota, Louisiana. Their bills in the last 3 years have gone up 5%. Now, granted, that's how you get a national average. You take the highest, you take the lowest, you take everything and average it together, and that's where we get this 18%. Mine here are up about 11. Okay. Why? Well, a lot of the electricity we get here is generated from hydro. Okay, no problem. Has been for 70 years. Okay, so it's not like we're building a whole lot of new infrastructure. But that's the problem. It's not the cost of generating the electricity. Yeah, wind is free. Sunlight is free. I get it. Okay, but when you have to build these massive windmills or these solar farms that basically are all in farmland, go figure out why they want to do that. Oh, that's where the sun is. Yeah, it's also where the food grows, okay? You got all the sunlight you need. You just starve to death. Okay. Yeah. Figure out a better way to do it. Go look at Japan. They've got some real interesting ideas on how to generate electricity that seem to work. Maybe we should try some of those instead. But no, it's the infrastructure. It's the buying the batteries. It's, putting all the wiring in for that. That's what's costing all the money. And they say, well, in the long run, it's going to be cheaper. It's like communism. It works on paper. It doesn't work in reality, okay? Because it's no different than all these people talking about these 50-year mortgages. And like I said, this is one of Trump's moronic ideas. Everybody's doing the calculations like the 50-year rate is going to be the same as the 30-year rate. It's not, okay? Same thing with all this power stuff is the more they want to switch us over from whether it's nuclear, whether it's coal, whether it's a mishmash of a whole bunch of different things that we already have the system for, they want to create a whole new system, which we're going to be paying for generations, or more like forever. Because when the average windmill lasts 30 years till you got to replace it, you haven't even paid for it in the 30 years. So now it's like those people that buy a new car every 2 years and they wonder why they've got a $2,000 car payment. It's because you've rolled over the payments into the new payment over and over and over and over and over again. Okay. It's the same thing with a lot of this energy infrastructure stuff. It again comes down to the point of what we all believe in, is how we need to be as self-sufficient as possible. How we need to try to generate our own electricity, how we need to have our own water systems, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now, I get it. You live in an apartment in Manhattan. I hope it's up for sale. Sure, you're not going to be able to do as much. You can't put a little solar panel out on your deck and go, hey, I'm going to power my house. I don't know if you can hear in the background the whirring that's back there, but that is my generators. It's sunny today, so they are recharging at near full capacity because we got bluebird blue skies today out there today. And the power that the lights are on above me is solar. The power that my computer is running on here in my lap is solar. How I charge my phone is solar, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And for now, about a year and a half, Mrs. P and I have been running a lot of, not all of, the circuits in the house on solar. And we have seen our electricity bills drop. Okay. I mean, and how I can look at it, it's probably like your electric bill. It shows what you paid last year in the month of October. It shows what you paid this month in the month of October. And I'm saving somewhere between my bills this year are like $20 to $30 less than they were 2 years ago. The price has gone up, but my cost has gone down. Why? Because I put the infrastructure in myself that is paid for, okay, not financed. And so now I'm generating my own power, not using theirs, which maybe in the tiniest little bit is making the power cheaper for somebody else because there's more availability. Go for that. But in the long haul, okay, the generators are supposed to last 10 years at full capacity before they drop down to 80%. Okay, that's fine. 10 years from now, I think the technology will be better. Great. We already see sodium ion and stuff like that as opposed to lithium ion phosphate or iron phosphate. My solar panels, unless they break, we really don't get hailstorms around here, should be okay. So those will keep generating and I'll be fine, and I'll continue to generate free electricity for me. It works, again, as I've said a million times, it works great on a small scale. It does not work on a large scale. Because, again, you get into the large scale of it, and now it's like socialism. The people with larger homes are paying for more of the new infrastructure. The people that live in an apartment are paying for less of the infrastructure. Okay, granted, people with larger homes are using more electricity. I get it. Okay. But so they'd have to pay more of the fuel cost. Well, if the fuel's free, why is it that they are penalizing people in a house over people in an apartment for putting in the infrastructure, right? Okay, go for that. So, again, it's one of these things to think about. It's great for backup, but it's also great for budgeting. And depending on where you are in your life, you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, you're in your peak earning period of your life. All right, you can afford the higher electric bills. Electric bills aren't going down, obviously. So now as you get into retirement and the electric bill goes up and your income goes down, now all of a sudden you go, Houston, we have a problem. Okay. So why not, while you're in your peak earning years, invest in something so when you're in your retirement years, your electric bill isn't going up. Just a thought. Okay, go from there. So in that, you guys know we've got a giveaway tonight for the Fossabot generator I talked about. I wanted to mention this as well. Elliot got a hold of me, and their pre-Black Friday sale, they have a deal going on the Anchor systems. Remember, this is the F3800, the one I said that if it wasn't for the system I already had built, if this one was out, I would have started with this one. They've got the F3800 on sale today for $16.99, which is freaking cheap. Okay, it's just more than half of what I paid for these. Okay, if you don't need something that big, they've got a refurbished model to make it even a little cheaper, the F2600, and those are for $7.99. Okay, and that's 2,600 watts, 2560 watt hours. Sorry, 2,400 watts, 2,560 watt hours. So I'll put the links to both of those underneath. But in the process, we're also going to give away an F2600 as well on tonight's live stream. So we'll have two giveaways tonight. One for the Fossabot system, and then one for the Anchor system. To enter this one, for the Anchor one, you need to put the state in which you live in. Again, it's got to be the lower 48. Okay. Sorry, Canada. Sorry, Puerto Rico. Doesn't work. Okay. And then I want you to what do we want? Give me the name of a president that served in the military. How about that? Okay. Being Veterans Day, we'll throw something like that in there. It, of course, must be present to win, so you'll have to be on a live stream at 8 o'clock tonight, Eastern. All right. We'll draw the winner for this one, just like the other one, with the random comment picker. A person will have 3 minutes to say, yes, I'm here, and then we will get everything off to them. So, 2 giveaways tonight. Take a look at another sale. As I told you guys a while back, there's going to be a whole lot of them coming out. Take a look at the differences, see what fits your needs. But I'm still one of these people that think the F3800 is where I would have gone if and not that I don't like my system, don't get me wrong, but the F3800 is probably the best whole home system out there I've put together or reviewed. Okay, obviously I didn't put it together because I got my system, my EcoFlow system. But there you go. So have a good afternoon. We'll see you all tonight. Pinball out.